Jack.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. You know what I want to talk to you about today?
My hat that I bought at a yard sale?
Did you get that at a yard sale?
Yeah, I paid
nice.
big money for it.
It's all American. The price tag's still on there, Jack.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, that must have just fell on there, that quarter.
You didn't pay 25 cents.
Oh, no, not me.
No. Well, today I'd like to talk about alcohol, drugs, guns.
Whoa, you mean when I was young?
I knew you'd be happy to talk about that. But seriously, what we like to talk about is things that are against eBay policy.
Oh, yep, there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them, and the list is growing and growing and growing.
Not only that, Vince, it's a long list.
It's a long list, and it's serious consequences if you violate eBay policy.
It's true, it's true.
Basically, they're doing the 3 strikes, you're out, and 3 strikes, you're permanently suspended.
Holy cow.
So, not, a slap on the wrist will take down your auction, maybe on the first one, but 3 strikes, and they'll suspend you for a lot of these policies. Wow. All right, so the things that they're hitting down most, the top 10 most violated policies, are the adult-only area, alcohol, animals and wildlife, drugs and drug paraphernalia, firearms, weapons, and knives, hazardous materials, offensive material, replica, counterfeit items, unauthorized copies, and tobacco.
Is that all one group or are those separate?
Those are the top 10. That's by not.
You're kidding
me. By no means is that all of them.
That's terrible.
But that's the top 10. And what I'd like to do is start a little forum topic in the Secret Society of Pictures to discuss what have we been hit by, what policy were we hit by, what item did we list, and why were we.
Well, you're an expert at that, I know.
Well, the thing is, we get all kinds of stuff here. And we try our best not to list anything against policy.
Do you get some of that stuff once in a while?
Well, yeah.
If you can't use it, maybe I'd be interested.
We fall into it, right? We get stuff, well, number one, we get stuff that we know is against policy, that we'd love to sell, but we can't. So, I'll give you an example. Someone brings me a rifle from the Civil War. Okay? This thing's got to be worth a ton of money. It's still in good shape. I can't put it on eBay.
Jeez, manions.
So the question is, where do you go to sell it, right? Now that's where you go to, we're going to put things on the Secret Society. Hey, if you get a weapon, this is where you can go sell it. Hey, you can't sell it on eBay, but you can sell it to somewhere or to someone.
Oh yeah.
And with this forum, we'll be able to say, hey, if you get a gun, take it here to sell it. If you get if you get something like this, because these items aren't necessarily bad or illegal. And I certainly wouldn't promote dealing with anything that's illegal. But, if you get something that's against eBay policy, but that's perfectly legal, you should be able to sell it somewhere.
I agree completely. Nothing illegal. Improper maybe, but never illegal.
But, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that topic rolling.
Oh,
if you guys have had policy violations on eBay, we'd love for you to post a picture of the item that you had a policy violation with and tell us why you had the policy violation.
I'm going to ask you for a favor, and I know it's a lot of trouble.
Yes.
Because it brings back something that we made a lot of money on. Do you remember that little folder?
Yes. You had a folder. It was a photo album.
It was beautiful. It was. And it represented history.
Yes.
Really, really nice. Is there a possibility we can show some of that on there?
Yeah, we can show that. Now, that was a gray area, right? Because it showed pictures of a Holocaust with graphic violence and death.
And a GI that had come across Europe, and he had a map. It was history at its very best.
Yeah, so now this is the problem with gray area items.
Didn't you call up there for that and ask them?
Well, this is the problem with those items, depending on the person who reviews it. If they say, I'm offended by it and I deem it to be offensive material, you don't get a second chance. If they turn that button off and say it's offensive, you're out.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, because it's a gray area, you're up to the person that reviews it.
Wow.
So
everybody sees things differently.
Everybody sees things differently. So right now we're avoiding all those gray areas as much as we can.
Yeah, I don't blame
because you can't take a chance on your business.
It's not worth getting whacked.
Right. So, but yeah, I'd be happy to show that in another video. We did put it up on eBay at the time, and that was probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you called them. I remember calling them.
Yeah,
because you were scared. I told you that I thought you could. And you were scared of it even then. Then you called, and they said it represented history or something like that.
Well, yeah, that particular guy that I talked to said
Yeah.
that. But, you know, that's some of the things
And it did end up in a museum.
It did.
A beautiful museum.
It did,
In
yeah.
Europe.
And, again, that's something that's certainly not illegal, but eBay's getting really bad about ruling the wrong way on items.
I was so proud of finding that. I'm not kidding you. To me, that was great.
That was a good find.
I love the history.
So we want to protect each other. You know, we're the secret society of pickers here. We got to make sure that none of us fall into these eBay policy violations that get our accounts suspended, because let's face it, eBay is a great place to sell stuff. You get suspended off that marketplace, you know, it's a lot harder to sell your stuff. And that's my whole business, so it's really important for me.
Me, I just find it. Hey, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, you know, there's going to be a lot of things that are secret that we're going to discuss on there. And as this goes along, I bet you we end up with certain people in a certain group. Believe me, it's got to evolve that way.
Well,
I mean, nothing illegal or improper. Well, maybe improper, but it's got to, because there'll be people that are real interested, Vince.
well, it's a great place to share notes, so to speak. Pickers
And they can
connecting
save
with
money.
each
You'll
other.
save them money with your. I know you're great at that. You know, I mean, with eBay, you're really good.
All right, guys. So please visit our website, pickersinc.com. Go to the Secret Society of Pickers forum and go to the eBay forum and let us know what items you've had problems with. And like I said, I'm going to post some of ours that actually had our account suspended. I mean, we've been suspended in the 5 years we've been in business twice already. And knock on wood, luckily we've been able to get back into it. But it could come to a time where they permanently suspend an account for
I am the only person that has been suspended and never sold anything on there.
Jack. We're not talking about that kind of suspension.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. I'll see you next week.
That's going to be fun.
Take care, bye.